I'd never come to be so buried by the days. Now it's a full farewell. My love, I sing to you. This lonely road runs straight to hell. 'Cause it's a slow farewell. My love, I sing to you. This lonely road runs straight to hell.
Alright folks, welcome back to the channel for the update. We got the tea bucket pretty much done, and just yesterday, the night before I should say, we got a call that my sister might not make it through the night. By 2:20 in the morning we got the call that it's not looking good and she might make it through the morning, so we should get there as soon as possible. 12:30 yesterday, August 6th, we pulled the plug from life support because there was nothing more they could do. So that's been a mentally and emotionally trying time as we speak, and we haven't even gotten to the funeral and celebration of life and all the fun other parts of the sadness that goes on, and we're still in the process of grieving. But I did finish the build, kind of not mentally into it by the time I finished it, just kind of using it to keep my mind occupied in a way. But here's the final on that, and then we have a second build that I'm going to work on, not necessarily in an honor to my sister or anything like that. It was just one that I had thought about doing before I heard any information like this, so I'm just going to stick with where I was at, because I know she would want me to keep doing what I do. Just that's the way she is, so I'm going to keep doing what I do, and missing her too. So anyway, here is the tea bucket, and then we will come back and show you the next project. So till then. Alright, so now you've seen the tea bucket, and this is our next upcoming project. Big Red. I was looking through a bunch of pictures and trying to decide which color I wanted, because we all know Chevy square bodies come in many cool ass colors. I do not believe I'll be doing this one in red. Sure as hell won't have a black roof on it like that. I do not have the decal sheet, which means I do not have the rebel flags, which is fine. Everything else, however, is in the kit. I do think I'm probably going to lift it up a little bit to get a little more four-wheel drive suspension lift look to it. Not sure if I will or won't be using these tires, as they are part of the original kit, but they're a little lame in a way. I mean, they're kind of cool for old school stuff, but not necessarily my personal vibe. I might jack it up far enough to use the bigger Desert Dogs, which is a possibility unless I find some 28 to 30 inch tires instead. But so yeah, this should be a fun little kit. I grabbed all the parts out and took some of them off of the tree. There's a few more left on here and there, but one of the funny parts was I was missing the rear fenders in the kit. So I dug through my box and I happened to have found a set, which I hope will actually work pretty decent for this. They should. They're the right fenders. They're just from the black Hot Rod Chevy 350 version. Same kit, same everything basically. Which reminds me, the front axle on this is just a straight beam, kingpin on the end. Not what I would expect to be under a Chevy truck of this nature. Two-wheel drive would usually be A-arm suspension. 4-wheel drive is a live axle up front. So I probably will swap out the axles. The rear one I think is a little dainty for this, but so yeah, I'll probably find a nice pair of Dana 60s or something thereof to drop underneath it. I believe I would like to do a leaf spring kit upgrade. These are what they have for leaf springs. Pretty dainty, pretty simple, already got the shocks on them. They do not have the rings for the shackle mounts, and there's plenty of room in here for a lift block, basically. So I'm not sure if I want to go through and make 16 different freaking shackles to give it a lift, when it's so much easier to just do a razor block. And hopefully that will work out good for me one direction or another. Like I said, I do want to lift it up a little bit. As for the motor, I do not think I'll be using the main simple bogus little block in there. It's not that bad. I'll probably put it together and get it started, but not use the one-piece intake with heads. I don't think that part is really, it just doesn't fit my vibe of building. I do have some other loose parts up in here. Cool dash and steering wheel and all the good shit. And it does have the under the body side pipes that come up to stacks behind the cab. I will be running them. I do not believe I will be running the woods stake beds. That doesn't really do anything for me. I would personally rather have a roll cage or roll bar in the back with some KC highlights up top and kind of run that route. I also prefer the sunroof rather than the piece they have with the chicken lights, and I'm not really interested in the horns on it, so I may just leave the sunroof without putting that in there. And I won't be using the wooden front bumper. I would either build a roll bar bumper myself or find an actual chrome front bumper. So that remains to be seen yet. But yeah, for the most part, this will be my next build, and I'll probably throw this under the hat of the under 1,000 group build, simply because it ain't over yet, and I'm done with my first one, and it was kind of a finish it up, get it out of here because of the mental state, and hopefully this one I'll get to put a little more model building ability into it. So stay tuned as we build Big Red, and I'm kind of leaning towards painting it blue. So it's probably going to be a metallic blue. I don't know if it'll be two-tone or not. Might do some wild paint job on it. Not really sure yet, but it's probably going to be blue. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching, and thanks for all the kind words and comments and support, and much appreciated, people. It's a tough time, and it's never easy, that's for sure. So at least I got models to keep my sanity with, because I need it. Anyway, till next time, bye!
I see a bird upon a gravestone who will lead me on my way. I see faces that I recognize, whose names I cannot place. I'm a sinner in the worst way, so please I'm asking